If you just find that perfect spot between your personal life, your relationships, and your work, everything will fall into place. I believed that lie too. I chased it relentlessly. But let me tell you this, work-life balance is a myth. Putting that myth in the trash where it belongs was the best thing I ever did, and the best decision I ever made. And I say to anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur, the sooner you do the same as me and throw that idea in the trash, the better your life and your work will be. So let me take you back to 2018. On the surface, I was doing great. I was working for an amazing American company in London. I had gotten on the property ladder. I had a long-term girlfriend, and I was doing well with my friends and my family relationships. On the surface, everything seemed perfect. My life seemed amazing to everyone except to me. And that was a hard and bitter pill to swallow. I then had to go through and take myself on a journey to really explore what do I want from my own life. Every time I tried to balance my work and my relationships, it left me feeling more and more isolated. If you had the courage to ask me how I felt, and I had the honesty and the vulnerability, I would have told you that I was miserable. Yes, everything seemed great, but life had no meaning. I even watched myself slowly becoming someone I didn't recognize. And then I hit what many people call rock bottom. I've heard rock bottom dramatically described as a place where someone only has two options left. One is to change, and the other is to die. And it may sound melodramatic, but I actually felt like I was at that place. I knew death very well. I had experienced my father unexpectedly passing away while at university, and I lost a close friend of mine after a long battle with their mental health. I knew the seriousness of the situation. I even found myself asking the question one day, is life worth living? The world around me felt so heavy, it felt like I was being crushed by a ton of bricks. And so, I quit. I quit the idea of balance. I quit the idea of trying to make everyone happy. I quit the idea of work-life balance itself and trying to make a life that seemed good to everyone else but made me miserable. And instead, I made the decision that I was going to go all in. All in on work, all in on life, all in on everything. I realized that life is a gift, and I can actually spend it doing the things that sets my soul alight. Something that makes me look forward to the day. Something that exhausts me to the point that going to bed and having a great night's sleep is the best feeling ever. But I knew I couldn't do it alone. So this is a moment where I was with my childhood friend. I remember the exact moment when everything changed. He's been like a brother to me. He's known me since the age of 5. There was something wrong with my neck in that photo. I don't know what I was looking at. And he went to the same primary school, secondary school, right through to university. We met up at a cafe. And in that cafe, we were complaining about the feeling that we had of being isolated and dejected. And he said to me, something that changed the course of both of our lives forever. He said, surely, David, if we're as smart as we think we are, we could figure out a way of getting rich and making the world a better place at the same time. That question, it hit me like a lightning bolt. Surely, if we're as smart as we think we are, we can figure out a way of getting rich and making the world a better place at the same time? Although that's a very simple question, it seemed to do something to me. It was the spark that lit my spirit. It was scary. It was challenging. It was a call to adventure. I felt deep within myself that if I can find the answer to that question, I could find everything that I was searching for in life. So for the next 6 months, that's us actually at that bar. So for the next 6 months, we sought out everyone who was solving these kind of problems. We went to every meetup, we read every McKinsey and PwC report, we went to conferences, and we just wanted to engross ourselves in the space where we can find people who are spending their days building things that would improve the world in a profitable way. And what that did, it really opened up our eyes to entrepreneurship and made us see how through the use of technology, you can solve some of the world's most challenging problems in a profitable way. Eventually, we found that our shared background in healthcare and in data analytics was a perfect combination, and we created Kapsule, a company that connects African data to the global market. I found meaning in my work, and it was also through my work that I ended up finding love. It was at a work event where I met someone who I'm in a relationship now with and will soon, God willing, be my wife one day. I can go on to tell, thank you. I can do another talk on how incredible this lady is, and I could do an entire separate segment on that. But what I experienced from this whole thing is that everything we are doing, everything we want to achieve can be done when you integrate your work and your life. We experience everything on this journey on entrepreneurship, everything from helping governments develop new regulations, right through to narrowly escaping from armed bandits in the middle of a jungle. Life has been absolutely crazy. And it all happened because we gave up on the idea of work-life balance. I stopped dividing my time into neat little boxes of work and life and started living life fully and unapologetically and completely. So many people here today are listening and struggling to find that balance for themselves. They're struggling to find the perfect work-life balance. Let me save you years of trouble. Work-life balance doesn't exist. And that's okay. You can find a way of integrating your life and your relationships, and you'll find it's extremely rewarding. So instead of asking yourselves, how do I balance these competing priorities, ask yourself these two very simple questions. What is the greatest good that I can do for the world? And the second question is, who do you want beside you along that journey? Because the truth is that work isn't separated from life, it's part of it. And if you do it right, it could be the most fulfilling part. So I'll end this talk with a challenge, the very same challenge that my friend gave to me. I challenge everyone in this room to take a moment to think about what the highest good you can do for the world is. How do you make the world a better place and make yourself rich at the same time? Because if you do that, I promise you, you will live the most incredible life. Thank you.